Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of the TEW9 Road to Glory series here on the channel, with the little twist of it kind of being more focused on a booker slash owner than so an actual talent working our way up as a talent, in-ring talent, as far as from that perspective here with Sin City Grappling. And we're finally getting to the point where we're making, or we're not making, we're still not making money, but we're only losing around $800 a month, which is not too bad compared to where we were at the beginning of the year. As far as for this episode, it is a doubleheader, night 12 and lucky 13, and we'll be crowning our first champion on that show to end out the year. As for how we're looking going into this show, we do have a new debut, and it is, as far as Warren, the War Machine Turksbury, as he is, as far as he's usually, I think he is Canadian, or yeah, he is Canadian, but now he's moved to San Diego. Oh, actually, oh no, never mind. He is from San Diego. He was just in Canada for a good part of his career. Now he's back in the States, and bringing him over here. Right now he's 6 foot 232, which is a pretty good size. Around 230 seems to be our kind of best place as far as weight wise, because like Kerry Fry's 234, I think Blackwell Bush 238. So if you're in around the 230 range, you'll be able to have a lot of good matches, I think, with a lot of guys. We did not change his moveset, so I actually want to look and see what it is. Because as far as, yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. I do remember actually adding the Polish Hammer, as I would, from Ivan Butsky, but a running double axe handle, which looks like I actually accidentally made the space too big, or maybe it just looks like that off of that. But yeah, so that, as far as, I wanted to call it, like, I wanted to give it like a gimmick name, like the War Blast, not the War Blast. Fuck, now I'm forgetting what I was wanting to call it. Because that's why I should have just used the actual gimmick name, but I just went with the shoot name instead of it being a running double axe handle. But that is, that's a fun finish, though, and kind of like this environment of like a shoot style approach. Because if somebody were to do that, and like, especially like out of ground and pound, if for some odd reason somebody's like, I'm gonna do like an ultimate, as far as hammer fist, it would be pretty fucking ruthless. But obviously, I don't think no one's ever tried to do that. It would be a bit of a risk, though, because obviously you're basically putting both your hands together, so it's terrible from grappling perspectives, but it would be just crazy to see how that would affect somebody. But yeah, that's our first debut in a hot minute. Hot minute. But yeah, he is, I believe he's fighting, I want to say he's fighting Kiyoshi Kawamura. I want to say that is his debut fight. But yeah, as far as our first show already booked, night 12, and then we're going to have Night of Sin as far as Lucky 13 to end it out, and then we'll go on to the new year. We'll probably do the roll to start off the next episode, since it'll be the new year. So new year, new roll, and we'll get to see, hopefully, we can get some funds to keep Sin City Grappling alive, because I'm very, very pleased with how everything's going with the first year. We just, again, morale had kind of taken a hit a little bit. I think we're going to get back up. So now, right now, the U.S. industry right now is kind of in the toilet as far as wrestling-wise, so it's going to hurt us a little bit growing-wise, which is fine. I figured we would not be growing at a pretty rapid pace with Sin City Grappling, but let's go ahead and get right into it. As far as the people that, as far as getting the night off, I probably should have looked to see who is pre-booked tonight, so I can just make sure the guys that are not, oh, actually, I can just look right here. So yeah, here's the card. So Kerry Fry, Nigel Savinson, Jules Knight and Volter Tag, Big Bad Wolf, and of course Scary Terry Roundtree and Rob Edwards. These two winners will be taking on the winners of each bout on Lucky 13 to determine the champion. But yeah, Kiyoshi Kawamura and Michel Bernard. So he is on the card, Kiyoshi Kawamura, but he's not fighting Warren Turksbury, who is fighting Roberto Guillotine Ayala. So as far as I think we can have, looks like Blackwell Bush can be gone. As far as I think Rob Reynolds can be give him the night off, because again, we're still letting him kind of put over his, as far as, oh yeah, Kato. Yeah, Kato's not working tonight. So is Marcus Mayhem, but I think we should keep Marcus in case we need an agent. So, but he is from Australia, so I wouldn't want to fly him in just to be an agent. So yeah, we'll give him the night off. Yeah, Carey Fry. Yeah, Kato is from, now he's located in the Southwest. So I'm just kind of looking at people. Yeah, Ray Cavallero. Guess we could have him. Oh yeah, Sugar Amano. He's not booked, so yeah, we'll go ahead. Just want to double check. Yeah, so he's good. Alrighty. Yeah, we should be good now. Good shit. Good shit there. So again, obviously we'll be running Las Vegas. 101 people at the Piper Casino. We're almost booking out the entire venue, so that's pretty cool. And again, no need for that. Gato Morimasa is getting some heat for his recent attitude. Yeah, let's cut that shit out. Oh, and we have a wrestler's court. Interesting. It's Kinoshi Kawamura having to failing to pick up a share of the tab of the rental car. As John Snyder found him guilty and since paid his full cost and reimbursed his travel partners. Oh, hell yeah. Carey Fry brightened the mood backstage. We needed that. So as far as doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues, some caricatures. Yeah, we'll inspire. Actually, let's, I'm gonna save the inspire for the final show to end out the year. Well, there we go. So, to kick off the show, it's going to be a little, I wouldn't say a montage, more so of of cuts of guys working out backstage, hitting the heavy bags, training with, as far as, guys, with the mittens or with the, with a body bag, punching bag, shit like that. Got the pads out, maybe practicing leg kicks, practicing, palm strikes, combination, stuff like that. As far as from that perspective, maybe even grappling a little bit, but I would assume nobody was trying to practice grappling in case you get hurt or something. But yeah, just for the four fighters warming up, basically a kind of what you see a lot of the UFC do kind of recently with guys, as far as kind of showing off them working out in the back, as far as doing shadow boxing and whatnot, or maybe even hitting the heavy bag and whatnot, just staying loose for tonight's contest. But we'll have the War Machine starting off against Roberto Guillotine Ayala, and he's going to get the win there in 7 minutes. So he's going to start off 1-0 in his Sin City grappling career. Kinoshi Kawamura and Michel Bernard, which Michel Bernard will in fact get the win. Both guys here, 1-3, but Michel Bernard has the one draw, so now he's going to jump up to 2-3-1. And for Kinoshi Kawamura, it's kind of crazy that he started off the very first show winning in the main event and now has not won since then. Pretty tough to see, as then for our matchups before the title tournament matches, Carey Fry and Nigel Savinson, which will be a draw, time limit draw. They're going to 10, so one draw now each. Well, at least one draw for Carey Fry, who's going to be 3-3-1. For Nigel Savinson, he's going to be 3-2-2. So he's been quite the busy man, but he is still got a positive record. Oh, we got a sign. Yep, it's going to be Kato. Perfect. Glad we kept Kato Morimasa for this show. Then Jules Knight and Walter Tagg, the Big Bad Wolf. He's put to sleep by the Sandman. As Jules Knight, David does in fact beat Goliath yet again, and he jumps up to 4-1, beating Walter Tagg. And for Scary Terry Roundtree, he beats Rob Edwards in our main event. And of course, our main event, a rematch between Terry Roundtree and Jules Knight. As far as we saw these two men way back, not way back. I just realized this is all out of whack. There we go. But of course, at Kumite, they fought at as far as the semifinals in Kumite, which Jules Knight won. rematch from then. So it'd be actually a couple months after that. Yeah, because that was back in July. So, but yeah, that is night 12. We're all set already. Good to go. A lot of the fights given a good bit of time. Trying to think. Because, yeah, Jules Knight and Walter Tag. We gave that 9 minutes. Might have Scary Terry and Rob Edwards go a little less. Let's go 7, just to change it up a little bit. And we'll bump this down to 6. Actually, no, keep it 7. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, as far as, the warm-up. Michelle Bernard winning. The draw. I like it. I like the card. So we'll see. As far as, yeah, I mean, this usually goes over pretty well. I remember when we did it for Kiyoshi Kawamura. He did really well in his angle. But yeah, just as far as 25. So it's a very much a positive rating for us with our angles. Because usually they are dog shit. So a 31 here. Or 40, rather, excuse me. As far as a 41 for Warren Turksbury, who is rusty. So a rusty War Machine here, getting the win with an STF. He did outperform him, and he got a 40 too. So that's actually very impressive. But yeah, I mean, as far as, and they got the crowd hot and rising too, so that's perfect. What we needed to kick it off. Wow, a 50 for Michelle Bernard and Kiyoshi Kawamura. Another STF here, as Michelle Bernard getting the win in 7:22. He's been tremendous. He's been getting better and better. And, man, the crowd is white hot, too, so I love that. Let's see if he can keep it going. A 53 for the draw for Kerry Fry and Nigel Sevenson. So far as maybe potentially a rematch for Lucky 13, who knows? Who knows? Already might wait to kick it off the new year. As Jules Knight chokes out, Walter Tag, the Sandman, puts him to sleep. As, yeah, that's a fun finish. Especially if I would like to think he was going for it a lot. As far as, like, jumping on his back, Walter Tag would, sling him off of him and maybe even back him up into the corner. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. Maybe finally Jules Knight jumps off the buckle to grab onto him like he's some type of fucking bear, just trying to hop on his back, get that rear naked choke, get the hooks in to drop him down and lay him flat and to choke him out that way. That'd be a fun finish. Very much a visual as far as maybe even like ducking out of the Mafia kick, springing off of the buckle, jumping on his back and getting the rear naked choke. That'd be a great finish. But Jules Knight with a 56 too. Incredible stuff for him. In our main event, another 56. As Scary Terry gets with the arm triangle in 7:29, beats Rob Edwards, which Rob, the human weapon, losing for the first time. Tough break for him, as he will now be 2-1-1. For Scary Terry, though, my goodness, has he been on a tear. And he jumps up to another win, and we will crown for the first time our champion as far as the Sin City Grappling BMF champion. No weight class, no nothing. Anytime, anywhere. They are ready to really prove in the year 2023 that they're the baddest motherfucker in the world of the Seaverse. But as far as, yeah, I mean, for the card, man, this was a fun card. 4 50s and ups, a 56 for both the main and co-main. Couldn't ask for anything more. That was a good show. As I definitely want to put over Jules. He was tremendous. I want to put over Rob Edwards, too. He was great in the main event. Even though we came up short tonight. How'd we do financially? Yeah, still lost around 800. But we're making about 400 off of tickets. Yeah, again, just the bonuses of having to pay for travel and shit sucks a little bit. Because that, takes around 200. But yeah, I mean, basically the tickets are covering, almost the tickets and the merch are basically covering the show cost. We can't really beat that. We're just basically taking a net loss of paying the workers and the marketing. So I can't really beat that. But yeah, now we're jumping up almost into the tens of the popularity too. Good shit. Good shit there. Yeah, now on to the final show of 2022. Who will be our first champion? Will it be Scary Terry Roundtree, a man that has been putting people through the goddamn mat, it seems like, and a guy that has beaten almost everyone on the roster but one man. And Jules the Sandman Knight. Will he be the one to win not only the first Kumite, but to be the first champion in Cincinnati Grappling? We'll find out shortly. Alrighty, so before we get into the actual show, I do want to show off that we only lost $179 last month. I think we're actually going to make a profit this month. For some odd reason, our sponsorships just keep on going up and up. We just about made $1,000 off of sponsorships last month, and now it's saying we're estimated to make around $1,129, which, who knows, of course, as far as I think with the way the U.S. is looking right now, I think it's going to go down a little bit. I think it will be maybe just at 1,000. But right now we're already at $397 for the sponsorship show. As long as we keep it under 1,000 for the contractors of our contracts for the workers, we should be fine, and we actually should be able to make a profit, especially with the ticket sales too. So I'm excited. I'm excited for sure, and our morale's getting better too. So yeah, just everything is looking up for Sin City Grappling. And then we'll get a roll too, hopefully. Again, if we can get a positive roll, man, we're going to be looking great. So for this night, as far as I do know for sure that Nigel Sevenson will be getting the night off, but he is also a road agent, but also he's going to be coming in from Japan if we use him, so better not. Same thing with Kerry Fry. Well, he's American, but we're going to have him have the night off too, because we're going to kick off the new year with a rematch between those two men to determine a winner in that one. Everybody else, I think we might keep, well, as I say that, we also, Marcus Mahan will be, I don't want to be using him either, because he'll be coming in from Australia. So we will only have one agent tonight, which actually, I don't even know, but yeah, we'll only have Kato. I think that'll be fine. Yes, yeah, Kato is American too, so yeah, Marcus Mahan. Give him the night off too. As far as I was gonna, actually, yeah, we are booking Warren Turksbury. I was thinking we weren't, but I'm pretty sure he is booked. Either way, he's a Southwest guy. It's Southwest guy anyway. So there we go. Oh, look, yeah, they want us in Reno. 101 people. That'll work. We had 103, of course, for night 12, but no worries. Again, we don't need creative energy. So Goro Hanamoto, brought for Wrestler's Court. So another guy getting brought to Wrestler's Court here. Another guy who's also faring the pick of a share of the tab, as Snyder put an end to that. Sends them pay for the full cost of room versus travel partners. And Kyle Moore again. This time, he was bumming us out, being just a Debbie Downer. Snyder says, cut that shit out, shut up or cheer up, and buy drinks fun after the show. And, oh wow. Guillotine. Ayala about fought Big Bad Volter tag. After he caused some damage to his rental car and refused to pay for it. So he's actually in the right there. I'm not too upset with that. And it pleased him as well. Oh wow. And there was almost a fight again as far as Terry Roundtree antagonized the War Machine Warren Turksbury. Almost a fight breaking out between the two. Wow, we about to had some fights backstage, but luckily we were able to get out of that. And now, locker room now buzzing, fired up for this one, for our last show of the year. Lucky 13, as we will have Rob Edwards and Walter Tagg as well on the show. So kind of basically the losers of our semifinals, if you will, of that night. Blackwell Bush and Robert Reynolds as well, the return for Rob Reynolds. But we're going to kick it off with John Snyder and Sugar Amano, which Sugar Amano's going to beat him in 5 minutes in that affair, which Snyder's going to be low and happy. So now, Sugar's going to be 2-4. Snyder's going to be 1-4 going into the new year. As far as for the next episode, we'll once we do the roll, we're going to run down everybody's records going into the new year, just so everyone's kind of reminded of that. And then Goro Hanamoto taking on Warren Turksbury. Of course, Goro accidentally was sent away for 2 months instead of 2 weeks. So his last fight was, I believe, at Night of Sin 8? Night of Sin 10. So yeah, he's only had 3 fights now, his 4th one here. He's 1-2 going into this, and now going to be 2-2, which I don't know about all that. I mean, Warren Turksbury just came in off a win. Won with an STF. Did pretty well for himself. He was rusty, but I don't know. The Gore Hanamoto is pretty good as well. Yeah, it'll be 1-1, and they'll be 2-2. Oh, Turksbury about complained about it, but Gore Hanamoto intimidated the shit out of him. So I love that. So yeah, we'll change that. Then the Rob Reynolds fight with Blackwell Bush. And he's going to beat Blackwell Bush. And afterwards, as far as he wants to, he wants the microphone, and I come into the ring with the mic, and he calls out the big bad wolf, Walter Tag, of course, the man who knocked him out in a record-setting time. He wants to right that wrong, and he issues the challenge to him. So we'll see how Walter Tag, as far as how he's going to deal with that. But the co-main event, Walter Tag does in fact beat Rob Edwards. So I mean, he's 4-2 now. Rob Edwards though 2-1 now. The Human Weapon. A tough break for Rob Edwards as far as now a losing streak for the first time in his Sin City grappling career. As far as for Walter Tag, I mean, he realistically speaking might have a potential shot at the next Sin City grappling BMF champion. Who will it be, though? And it will be Scary Terry Roundtree. So for the Sin City title match, of course, to remind everybody, the same rules apply to a regular matchup, but this time, just so we can get a clear champion and to get have both guys competing in a 20-minute time limit affair, 1 rope break per person. Still, I thought about making it 2, kind of 1 per 10-minute, but felt like 1 rope break per person is still a good idea. And it does not go the distance, so we don't need to have a potential title extender fight where maybe another, after the draw of 20 minutes, not having a decided winner, maybe, do another 5 minutes. But great shit, though. Great shit here to see our first champion in Scary Terry Roundtree. As, just want to double check, make sure that that title is on the line, and it is the Sin City Grappling BMF champ. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. How we're doing on, just John Snyder on Happy. So we'll have 5 fights, the 1 call out, and we basically already have 2 fights potentially picked out too for Night of Sin 14 for the new year, with the rematch with Classic Gary Fry and Nigel Stevenson, and also potentially Rob Reynolds in the Big Bad Wolf, Walter Tag. Because, of course, for Walter Tag, too, he just lost as far as his last defeat after, losing to Jules the Sandman Knight. He did lose to Rob Edwards before that, but he beat him, of course, just now. So maybe potentially, he might, in fact, be the number 1 contender here. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, as far as from show settings were good. Yeah, we could run the show. So 34 for the opening contest. Sugar Amano does get outperformed. That's tough. Poor John Snyder gets the loss here. Oh, it was 103 people, so that's good. Sugar Amano with the submission. I don't know why I didn't use his finish, but we'll take it at 35 for Gore Hanamoto and Warren Turksbury. Of course, Turksbury now with a 52. Great stuff from him. I knew we should have had him win. But Goro was off his game, really off his game too, so it wasn't even close. So that's tough. Both first kind of prelim matches, if you will, going by the wayside because of somebody being off their game. But this is a good match here. Rob Reynolds and Blackwell Bush as the Bulldog choke from Rob Reynolds gets the win at 5:42. Quick little call out rather, to Walter Tag, who's off screen, and actually did pretty well at 21. Yeah, it's only like a minute promo. I wanted it to be short and sweet. And, because it just went in and get right to the point. 57, though, for Rob Edwards and Walter Tag. What a win. Walter Tag, the Big Bad Wolf, gets the win. He did get outperformed. There was a point difference between the 2 men, so not too bad. And, segment rating 57. And now we'll see our main event. which was a 59. Jules, the Sandman Knight, coming up short. And Scary Terry Roundtree. Love that was a 59. The crowd was into it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Exactly what we needed. Our first champion is Scary Terry, the first man to reach 5 wins as well. Love that. I love that also. 257 is a 59. Again, just the cards are really flowing. We increased our popularity potentially as well. Big hug to Scary Terry. He was great. And we're going to tell Warren Turksbury, it's like, listen, man, that was my bad. Actually, we'll do it to John Snyder since he was unhappy. It's like, hey, man, my bad. Didn't know you were going to completely outperform him like that. So, yeah, we made $412 off of tickets, $20 off of merch. Yeah, we unfortunately had to spend a little bit of money on bonuses and perks. But, yeah, so we lost $1,000. Hopefully, the sponsorships cover it. Hopefully. We'll see, though. Gonna be tough. Because, again, we basically covered the show costs with our ticket sales and merch. Damn, we're still at 9, but we should get to 10 to kick off the new year. But thank you all for watching. As man, we're going to have a big episode here for episode 11 as far as kicking off the new year, running down the records, running down the new roll to see what we get. Fingers crossed, it's a great one. As we will catch you guys there. Take care, everyone.